When I was first introduced to solution-focused brief therapy, I had a professor who used to refer to this approach as very respectful. A woman by the name of Dr. Linda Metcalf. She would say solution-focused brief therapy is very respectful. And for a long time, I kind of struggled to understand what she meant by respectful. I mean, I think no matter what approach you use, you should be respectful. But I think this approach is particularly respectful, and let me explain why. For the past day or so, I have been visiting Paris on my way to do a teaching trip in South Africa. And one of the things that strikes me about being in Paris is the amazing respect they have for their history, the way they preserve their history and then build upon it into a better way in the future. So they don't remove their history, they don't ignore their history, they don't eradicate their history. They respect their history, they preserve it, and then they build upon it as they create a new and brighter and better Paris. And that made me think about solution-focused brief therapy in our clients' lives. I know that a lot of people out there think that solution-focused brief therapy is all about the future. And while it's such about the future, it's about the future while respecting your past, lessons learned, values gained, experiences that you won, and building upon them to create a brighter and better you, to create a brighter and better version of yourself, of your life, of your own future. And I think in that way we can take a lesson from Paris, that the future should be preserved, the future should be honored, the future should be respected, or the past should be preserved and respected and honored. But we take those things and we build into a brighter future. And I think that lesson is going to stick with me for a long time going forward. So going all the way back to that lesson I learned, solution-focused brief therapy being quite respectful, I think that it is, because rather than investigate our client's past or assess our client's past, we respect them. And the way we respect the client's past is we don't treat them as if the past has made them a problem. We don't trigger, it shouldn't trigger us to worry about them. It shouldn't trigger us to treat them like they are inherent to have certain symptoms. We should treat them as if we can build upon it. So for example, if I'm seeing a client who's gone through something traumatic in the past and it triggers me to start doing an assessment and a problem-focused, all of these things, then people start feeling like we're not respecting their past. It wasn't something that can be built upon. But if we recognize there's a strength in the problem, if we recognize there's a strength in the experience, if a client has gone through something troubling and I say, how did you get yourself through that? What skills did you draw upon within yourself? When did you notice you were making it through even though it was hard? What was your first clue that you could do it? We're honoring that it happened, but yet highlighting the strength and kind of wonderment of the client. And that's really how you respect something. That's how we build into the future. And it takes asking questions like that. When we hear someone's gone through something difficult, we have to acknowledge what they're sitting in front of us now. And they're sitting in front of us with hope for something different. If they didn't have that hope, they wouldn't be in front of us. So we have to acknowledge that you're sitting in front of us with hope and desire for change. And that's magnificent. That's wonderful, and it should be respected. So if someone tells me they've been through something really difficult, and I say, what did you draw upon to get through it? What did you draw upon to deal with it? What skill or trait do you have within inside of you that made you able to be here on this day at this moment? Who taught you to be that way? Where did you get that skill? How do you draw upon it in these hard days? It allows people to realize the difficult thing happened, but I'm not done, and I can continue to build my life into a wonderful place. And I'm so thankful to have been here in Paris to be reminded of this lesson. You know, Paris is a city that has a feel, it has a personality, it has a character, and Paris itself taught me something over these few days. So I hope it taught you something too. So thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and share. I'd really appreciate it.